Hello, and welcome to this segment of Preparing for Success on the ACT Math Exam with Roger Melton. Be sure to download and print the accompanying handout for this podcast. Enjoy.
This podcast is entitled Percent. From the pre-algebra type of problem on the ACT test, you can expect to see problems involving percent. Here are several examples taken from old ACT tests. A rock group gets 30% of the money from sales of their new compact disc. That 30% is split equally among the 5 group members. If the disc generates $1 million in sales, how much does one member of the group receive? Each group member receives 1/5 of 30% of the money. That is, each member gets 6% of the sales money. A member's share is 6% of $1 million, or 6/100 multiplied by $1 million equals $60,000. Choose H. A baseball team played its first 20 games and won 12 of them. Then the team went on a losing streak and lost its next 4 games. How many consecutive additional victories does the baseball team need in order to bring its winning percentage back to at least what it was just before this 4-game losing streak? By definition, winning percent equals wins divided by total games played expressed as a percent. At first, the winning percent was 12 wins over 20 games played, which equals 6/10 or 60%. After 4 losses, the winning percent became 12 wins over 24 total played, or 50%. If additional victories is V, then the new expression becomes 12 victories plus V over 24 games plus V games played. This must be equal to at least 60%, where victories V are added to both wins and games played. Solving for V, 12 plus V equals 6/10 times the quantity 24 plus V. 12 plus V becomes 14.4 plus 6/10 V. 4/10 V equals 2 4/10, and V becomes 6. Choose C. Due to inflation, a car that formerly sold for $15,000 now sells for 10% more. Which of the following calculations gives the current cost in dollars of the car? The car sells for $15,000 plus 10% of $15,000. This equals the expression 15,000 plus 10/100 times 15,000. Choose H. If 40% of some value x equals 80, then how much is x? A sketch may be helpful. 40% of this total amount is 80, and 40% here becomes 80, and 20% or half of that becomes 40. This is 100% of the whole, and so the whole becomes 80 plus 80 plus 40, or 200. Choose C. This year, 75% of the graduating class of Harriet Tubman High School had taken at least 8 math classes. Of the remaining class members, 60% had taken 6 or 7 math classes. What percent of the graduating class had taken fewer than 6 math courses? This box represents the graduating class of Harriet Tubman High School. 75% of the box, or 3/4 of the box, represents those students who had taken at least 8 math classes. Of the remaining 25%, 60% of those students had taken 6 or 7 classes. Then, of the remaining 25%, 40% of those students had taken less than 6 classes. To find that number of students, we take 40% of the 25%, which represents 1/10 or 10%. Choose G. There are N students in a class. If among those students P% play at least one musical instrument, which of the following general expressions represents the number of students who play no musical instrument? To repeat part of the problem, P% play at least one instrument. 100% of the students minus those that play an instrument, P%, don't play at least one instrument. 100% minus P% can be expressed as 1 minus P over 100, which can be rewritten as 100 minus P over 100. Multiply this percent by the number of students N gives the expression 100 minus P divided by 100 times N. Choose C.
Thanks for listening. We hope you found this podcast segment helpful in preparing you for the ACT. Please continue to the next podcast.